Quick heads up, just to make this as universal as possible, this is all going to be with the stats on the default settings. Once we've loaded into the map, we're going to ride down here and follow the signs all the way to the half pipe. The half pipe is, in my opinion, the best place to get started when learning to pump. We've got 2 sides of transition to practice on, very little downtime between the pumps, no distractions or obstacles, and it's easy to tell if you're actually gaining any speed. Okay, now the important bit. So when first riding into a transition, you want to pull down on the left stick as you approach it, making your rider crouch down. Then as you ride up the transition, push the left stick forwards to stand your rider up. Now as you come back down the ramp, pull the left stick down again, and you should see that you're already going quite a bit faster. As we're coming back up on the other side, pull down again just before you hit the ramp and push it back up as you ride up. And then down again as you come back down the ramp, and repeat. Keep practicing this until you can work your way up and down nice and easy, and that is beginner level pumping completed. Also, bonus tip, if you want around about another 10% speed boost, you can actually hold down on the right stick as well during a pump. Nice. Next thing I'd probably recommend doing is heading up to the park section and just seeing how long you can keep a session going back and forth without pedaling, just to make sure you've got a good feel for it. If you find yourself losing a little bit of speed, what you can do is as you're coming up a ramp, just do a little 180 hop to sort of land yourself about halfway up and then pump the way back down, and you should be going again in no time. Easy. Alright, so now we're going to head over to probably one of my favourite places in the game, and that is the Vortex dirt jumps, and we're going to start chaining the pumps together back to back. So with the dirt jumps, it's exactly the same as before. You're pulling back on the left stick as you head into the transition, then you're pushing up as you go up and holding down on the left stick on the other side again. Now because these jumps are back to back from each other, once you get going you can actually just hold down between your pumps. So as you're coming down the ramp, hold down and then just keep it down until you need to push up on the other side. This also works on the half pipe as well, by the way. But yeah, basically once you've got the hang of this, you can do the entire dirt jump section without bunny hopping at all. That said, if you are using hops to get over the jumps, make sure you hop right at the end of the jump. If you hop too early, you're going to land flat and you're going to have a bad time. If you can get from the start to the finish comfortably and consistently, I'd say at that point you're pretty comfortable with pumping. But wait, there is actually a bit more to this. Did you know you can actually pump on flat ground, no ramps needed? For this one, we're going to move over to the street course, so we've got a bit more flat ground to work with. Then from a stationary position, we're going to use the left stick to turn to one side, and as the bike starts to roll forward, we're going to turn the opposite way. Keep doing that, and you can gain some pretty decent speed. To take this a step further, you can kind of roll the stick around from side to side and a little diagonally down, so you're kind of adding that original up and down pumping motion to the side to side one. And I feel like that kind of helps you speed up a little bit more. And how about another step further? Did you know you can use the triggers to lean from side to side? Usually you'd use this to pick which side you want to hop out of a grind, but you can actually use this on flat ground as well, with the side to side pumping, to lean into each turn and get even more speed. This leaning and pumping combo actually also comes in really handy if you're riding bowls and you want to carve around tight corners, so give that a try as well. So you might be wondering, why is this actually useful when you could just pedal to get moving? Well, for one thing, it can just be a fun challenge to see how far you can get without pedaling. But more importantly, this can also be done while in fakie or doing a manual, which makes a massive difference when you're trying to keep a line flowing. Start stringing that together with pumping on the ramps, and you should be able to put together entire runs without ever touching the pedals. Well, you know, at least pushing the buttons. You know what I mean. Okay, one more really handy use for pumping. If you pump just before a bunny hop, you'll actually be able to get more height. Timing is key on this one. The pump has to be just before the hop, not at the same time. It can take a little bit of getting used to, but once you've got it down, it's great for getting that little extra boost onto taller ledges or rails, especially if you pair it with a tuck up. So with all these newfound pumping skills, you should be flying around like a pro in no time. But remember, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect, and if you don't get it straight away, be patient and keep working at it. I promise it will get a lot easier and you'll forget you're even doing it. But if you really want to challenge yourself and take it another step above, why not try taking on all of the dirt trails in Applewood Forest using only pumping? This was one of the first challenges I set myself after I first got the hang of it, and it's a really great way to test your skills. I recommend starting out with Inferno and then Sakura, then try Hydra and Tempest for a real test. All that said, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like or share it with someone else who might find it useful. If you want to see more, subscribe and ring the bell, and please feel free to leave a comment below on anything else you'd like to see a video about, or just how you've been finding the game so far. Otherwise, until next time, thanks for watching.